Turn off my. Good afternoon, members, and welcome to this presentation, which is kindly done by the Fire Prevention Department of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, and will be presented by Mr. Howard Thomas, who is Assistant Superintendent of that department. I would just like to give you a quick background. Last year, we set up a Safety and Security Committee at CCRP, and the members included the Jamaica Fire Brigade, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, ODPEM, the National Council for Senior Citizens, and our CCRP Caring Committee. We have been so blessed by the cooperation that we have received from these committee representatives. We also have invited the umbrella group of the churches, but so far they have not been able to attend. We hope that they will play a more active role this year. So last year, of course, you know, we had this awful storm, Hurricane Melissa, and our Jamaica Constabulary Force representative, ACP Charmaine Shand, was so willing to assist us in getting our supplies out to the country, to the west. So we had 3 vehicles, a pickup and 2 SUVs, and she provided 3 officers in a pickup to escort us. And at that time, you know, it was just a few days after Melissa hit. So it was terrible, you know, the roads were blocked and a lot of issues on the road. And thank goodness for ACP Shand, because we were able to get there safely. Then our second outing was to Darlington. And if anybody knows Darlington, it's a long and winding road up the hill. And there are remote places in Darlington. And again, she assisted us in getting the police officers at the Darliston Police Station to accompany us out. And I can tell you the JCF was very helpful to us. Those officers in Darliston knew where a lot of the homebound persons were and took us to them. And the condition was terrible, but they were very grateful for what we could give them. Subsequent to that, because we had two fundraisers last year, we had the National Dance Theatre Company, and we raised 800,000 from that event. And we had the Living Legacy Awards, and we raised 700,000 from that event. So we had a total of 1.5 million. So for the 800,000, we bought care packages, which is what we took out, and we covered every parish. Bread's Foundation covered St. Elizabeth for us, and then we did Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, and Trelawney, thanks to the members of our caring committee who assisted us in distribution. So then we had the 700,000, and we asked them to name 3 elderly persons who had damage to their roof. So we got those names, and we were able to distribute the 700,000 among the 3 persons. We have some before photos. So as soon as they fix their roof, we'll have the after photos that we can share with our membership. So whenever you support our events or you contribute to CCRP, because we're a nonprofit, every cent has to go back out to our advocacy and to our outreach. So save the date, because on Sunday, July 19th, we have the NDTC benefit at 5 p.m. And again, every cent that we raise from that goes into our outreach and relief programs. Okay, so having said that, out of our CCRP Caring Committee, we have a series now of seminars, of presentations to help our members to make themselves safer and more secure. And that is why last week we had ODPEM, and I think I see some persons here who were at the ODPEM presentation. And today we are pleased to introduce to you Mr. Howard Thomas. And it is over to you now, Mr. Thomas, with your presentation. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks for having me. Everybody hear me?
See you.
Hello? You hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Right. Happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Thank you. Can we see you, Mr. Thomas? Can we see you?
All right. I'm not in my office, a bit noisy. A lot of people talking, so I'm in a little confined space.
Okay, no problem. But you're going to share some slides with us, right?
Right. I want to do the slides, however, that having some challenge with that. So I'm not going to talk from my head, because I've been doing prior to the presentation now for a number of years.
But you can see that some of us are very casual, you know, so you don't need to be worried about how we look, because we're fine. We're fine.
You're not seeing me?
We're family. No, I'm not seeing you yet.
You're not seeing me? Why are you not seeing me?
Not yet, not yet.
Come again.
What am I doing? What I'm not supposed to be doing? And I think I was on. Everybody was seeing me.
Maybe remind him to press the video share.
You know, the video at the bottom bar, you'll see this camera looking thing on the bottom bar. You click on it. At the very bottom of your screen, you'll see a little camera looking thing on the very left.
That's video.
You have audio, then you have video. Just click on that. He's probably asking somebody to help him to figure it out. But it has happened to me, you know, where the camera just doesn't work for some reason. Ah, we're seeing you, Mr. Thomas, and you're looking quite fine. Okay. So I'm going to put this on speaker. Right. Yes, and then you can, right, yes. So
but you're muted. He's muted.
You are muted, Mr. Thomas. You're muted, so unmute.
Press the audio one now.
Press the audio one at the bottom there. Just touch it. Click on it. They're still muted.
Right. Press the one beside it now.
That is the one that's marked audio that looks like a microphone. Just click on that one. Are you using your phone or your laptop? I can't hear you at all. Sorry.
Not hearing you.
Not hearing you at all.
It seemed as if he was using his phone.
Yeah, but if you could just touch the microphone now so we can hear you. We can't hear you. Touch the microphone. Maybe you might have to scroll until you see it. Just scroll the screen.
It's right beside where this
I know, but sometimes you have to scroll. Sometimes for the phone. So just turn on, just maybe scroll on the phone until you see the microphone. Scroll to the left or scroll to the right.
Ah, there we go.
I see you and I hear you.
All right, thanks for having me, as I said earlier.
It's a
All right.
pleasure. Yes.
As mentioned, Howard Thomas, I'm with the Jamaica Fire Brigade from a long, long time ago, 1990, I joined the Fire Brigade.
Wow.
All right. Yes. And I'm the Assistant Superintendent in charge of fire prevention for Kingston and St. Andrew. And I'm here to talk to you on fire safety as regards elderly person. All right. What the brigade noticed that most times there's a fire and there's somebody affected by fire, normally elderly person. It's like that 2 times they might be affected than the younger generation. This is the fact that they might be a bit slower in moving and they might have difficulty sometimes hearing or smelling of substances. All right. So what the brigade understand, I want you to do as elderly person is a safety plan in place. What would you do if there's a fire happening in your home? All right. And in your home, what are the likely place for a fire to happen? And the likely place for a fire to happen in your home would have been probably the kitchen. All right. So what we ask of you is that ensure that when you start cooking, you have all ingredients ready before you start cooking. But what we understand is that a lot of times cooking left unattended is a common cause of fire in homes or households. So ensure that you have all ingredients ready before you start cooking. And when you start cooking, ensure that you are alert and know what to do. What can also affect elderly persons that of reaction is probably use of medication. So if you're taking medication and you might feel drowsy or whatever, we ask that you keep away from fire-causing material. All right? What is very important for you to have in your home? A smoke alarm, smoke detector. Or these work. These work give you an alert sound saying that something has happened, an emergency, and you need to get out, and you need to move to a safer area. All right? It gives you a few minutes to move, yes, but it stop a fire from going. Right? So we want you to bear that in mind, that smoke detector alert you, but also it does not stop a fire from going. So a plan is very important for you to have in your home. What would you do if a fire starts? When you get away, after you get out and you stay out. All right? What fire brigade also observed all the time, people, how they kept keys. People lock themselves in homes. All right? Have keys at one location at all times. And everybody constantly know where the keys are kept. Because it doesn't matter how well trained you are or well informed you are. If there's an emergency, you will panic. You will panic if there's an emergency because think of everything that you have in your home. Everything that you have in your home can be destroyed within 5 minutes. So we will panic. Doesn't matter how well trained we are. As firefighters, we do panic also. So I'm asking you to ensure that the keys are kept at one location and you know the correct key to use. And what's also important is that when you get out, it is an emergency, we have to stay out. Get out and stay out. All right? It doesn't matter what you are so important, you think more than your life, you can get back everything else, but you can enter the next life. We have seen that many occasions where people remove all the furniture from their home and yet still somebody dies in a fire. So we're asking that ensure that the keys are kept at one location and everybody concerned know where the keys are kept. If persons have difficulty walking or moving, have somebody assist you in an emergency. So we ask that you not to be left alone, a person who has challenges moving, left alone if there's an emergency. All right, if you use wheelchair, ensure that you have safety ramps to use to get out. Ensure that those ramps are there and they're not blocking with flower pots or chairs that prevent you from moving quickly to get out. What we want you to bear in mind also is ensure that if you use canes to walk, have a cane close by, a walker, where you can reach to assist you to get out. All right? Because we have seen many times people moving because of this emergency fire situation. We forgot all about what the aid that you need to assist you to get out. So we want you to have those close by to help you to move out. What we want you to have in your home is that, again, if you can have fire extinguishers. And fire extinguishers are there to extinguish fires, small fires. Fire extinguishers are very important for a person to have and use. And people don't know how to use them. Right? So if a fire should start in your home, you want to ensure that you know the correct numbers to call. The emergency numbers to call if there's a fire. All right? And you know the numbers are 110. Call the number and identify yourself and report what is happening. The fire brigade is here to assist you as best as we can. You understand? So if you're tired, ensure that you rest before you start cooking also. If you cook for yourself. All right? Rest before you start cooking to ensure that you don't fall asleep and forget that you're cooking. What the fire brigade also observes many times are fire caused by fire is electrical overloaded circuit or electrical fault. Some people call it electrical short circuit. Ensure that you don't overload electrical plug outlets and they are using the correct extinction cord to plug in your appliances. Don't leave appliances left plugged in overnight or when no one is using it or when no one is at home. These are common causes of fire. Electricity is a heat source and it produces heat and a fire can start by that way. So plugged out when you're not using them. Iron, curling iron, television, fans, phone chargers, whatever you plugged in, plug them out when you're not using them. All right? So ensure if a fire starts in your home, you know what to do. The nearest number, nearest fire station to your home, to your location, have those numbers ready. You can call the fire brigade. All right? 110 is very important to have to know to call if there's a fire. Right? Keys to open lock, kept at one location, and everybody know where the keys are kept. So reduce the turnaround time or the time to get out of the building. And when you get out, we ask that you have a central area where everybody stand and meet and for accountability to take place. All right? Fire extinguisher again is very important for you to use if there's a fire. You use it to put out small fires and you get out and stay out. All right? We have seen that on many occasions. People do call the fire brigade, but yet still the fire affect them. All right? So when you call the fire brigade and you're on the outside, ensure that everything that you have in your home, if you can destroy by fire, you can still get back, but you cannot get back your own life. All right? So plan in your home, plan for fire safety, plan that if a fire should start, you know what to do. All right? Fire hazard. Any material or condition in your home that can start a fire and contribute to the spread of fire, remove them. So if you have old paper, old cardboard boxes, old clothes, things that you're not using in your home, remove them, because these also help to contribute to the spread and start of fire. All right? Don't allow small children to be cooking or turning on stove or plugging appliances. It can be dangerous and a fire can start from there. All right? So ensure that you are safe from fire, your home and your surroundings is safe from fire. What the fire brigade also does, we also do inspection on buildings, building inspection. So any space that you occupy, we can come there, ensure that it's safe from fire. We look for the fire hazards and help you remove them. All right? Because we don't want the fire starts, you're confused and you don't know exactly what to do. But the fire brigade does a building inspection to ensure that your building, your space, your surrounding is safe from fire. All right? Fire hydrants in your communities are very important. And fire hydrants are there to be used if there's a fire. We want you, community person, to be aware of where they are and how to keep them safe. Once the fire starts, we can have them to use. All right? So, burn of rubbish is a no-no. Cooking left unattended is a no-no. Appliance plugged in left overnight is a no-no. Children cooking for themselves is a no-no. All right? So these are some of the common causes of fire. All extension cords also placed can be a fire hazard. You place it behind the door, behind the dresser, behind the table, behind the chair, where movement takes place, a fire can start there. If you have it running on the carpet, fire can also start there. Because every time you step, move a furniture, and it coming in contact with the electrical plug outlets or extension cords, it can be a fire hazard and a fire can start there. So what also the fire brigade observe many times people burn rubbish. If that is happening in your community, you have a report to the fire brigade. So we don't expect anybody in this group to be lighting fires, all right, or burning rubbish. All right? So if that is happening in your community, you can report to the fire brigade and we'll come and we'll talk to first to ensure that everybody understand that this is a no burning area and we're not supposed to be burning up any rubbish. All right? So ensure that that is not taking place. All right? We want you to be safe. We want you to be secure from fire. So if a fire should start, you know what to do. All fires start small. All fires start small. Apart from an explosion or something striking an object and there's a bang, but all fires start small and all fires start by careless action that we do. Careless action that we do. And remember that everything can burn. Everything can burn. Something burns quicker than some, but in the end, everything will burn if there's a fire going. And if a fire starts in your home, within 3 to 5 minutes, it's in a free burning state. So there's no need for anything to aid it, but the fire will just burn. You don't want to be in a situation like that. So ensure that if a fire starts, you get out and you stay out. All right? Fire starts in your home, have a nearest number to call if there's a fire. There's the number to call if there's a fire. You will come and assist you just the same. All right? So I'm asking you kindly to be safe. Have the surroundings fire hazard free. Know your emergency numbers. Know where the safe area in your homes are. If you have any assistance, if you need assistance to move, have your equipment ready, walkers, wheelchairs, walking sticks, just about anything you need to move, to get out. You don't want to lock yourself in a place where you cannot find the key. You're securing yourself, yes, from the criminal elements, yes, but we want you to be safe. If there's a fire, you can get out and stay out. To ensure that you are safe from a fire in your home. All right? Smoke alarms are placed in sleeping areas and in living rooms. If you're in your bathroom and there's an electrical plug in there, ensure that it is not getting in contact with water, because water is a good conductor of electricity. And we don't want you to be in contact with that because you can be electrocuted. All right? to ensure that your home, your space, your surrounding is safe from fire. All right? Kitchen is for cooking, and the purpose is not for playing. So ensure that you don't have small children entangling, getting in the kitchen to check on fires or check what is cooking or check all of those stuff. All right? Because these I consider them fire hazard. To ensure that your home is safe from fires. And if a fire should start, please, please get out and stay out. There's no safe place in a building anyone can hide from a fire. There's no safe place. There's no safe place. All places are considered fire hazard because people, it's not the fire that kills us, it's the smoke. Smoke that kills us. And the fires in carbon monoxide of a lightning for human red blood cell, it will kill us, there's a fire. All right? So I'll stop here for now and just open for question and answers. No? So any question, any concern you want to ask, I'm able now to assist you with that.
Okay, someone is asking to be reminded about the number to call if there's a fire.
The number to call if there's a fire is 110, or you can also call 112. But what the fire will emphasize that person know the nearest fire station to your home or your building where you are. All right? So if you live in the Kingston area, ensure that you know the after tree numbers. Are you living downtown, you know the Yard Park numbers. If you live in the western part of Kingston, you know the Trenchtown numbers, or wherever you are.
Yes.
And all so you can call them directly.
Okay, so look up those numbers for your neighborhood. Yes.
And to call if there's a fire.
Okay. I see Irene Walters' hand up. Irene, go ahead, please. Unmute Irene.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for that. I was suggesting that you remind people that they're not to smoke in bed. A lot of fires, I think, start from careless smoking in bed. But sir, I'm guilty of something. I have a fire extinguisher. I don't know how to use it. I wish you could demonstrate. Are they all standard? A fire extinguisher, are they standard? So
Yes,
that if you
usage. I will do that presentation, and the next meeting I'll bring a power slide to the presentation. But now I can tell you how it works.
yes.
Pass. Once a member pass, pull the safety pin. There's a pin, there's a locking safety pin. Once you pull that pin out, and you aim the nozzle, you aim at the base of the fire. The first set is squeeze, and you sweep from side to side. Pass. C for pulling, A for aim, squeeze, and sweep. Once you can remember that, you can use a fire extinguisher effectively.
Pull
But
pull
Pull the pin, aim, and squeeze.
squeeze.
Aim at the base of the fire and squeeze and move it from side to side.
Yes.
Yeah. I will do that presentation next time.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and now at the other hand, the next hand I saw was Lorna White. Lorna, would you like to ask a question?
A similar situation. I've got a fire extinguisher and I don't know where to put it in the kitchen. At the moment, it's on the floor. So where would I put the fire extinguisher? And also, should we also have a fire blanket? Or is it one or the
Fire
other?
blanket.
Good question. All right. Fire extinguisher normally placed by the exit door or along the exit route. So in the kitchen, I recommend that you place it by the entrance exit door, because you want to know if there's a fire, you can get out. You don't want to get in trying to find a fire extinguisher. You can advance to the fire from the door to likely the spot where the fire might start. So you get the first by the door to enter into the kitchen. You don't want the fire extinguisher in the corner and all the way over there. So you have to pass the fire to get to it. So recommend by the door to get to the whatever. That's very important also. to have, because what it does, it can help you to extinguish fires by smothering the fire, by removing the oxygen.
What is
There's a
that? What is that?
The
fire
fire
blanket.
blanket.
Oh, fire blankets. Okay.
No,
And they, where can those be had?
those are normally sold by fire safety companies. There are some people might get them from overseas. So if
Uh-huh.
you're very that they want to assist you with a fire blanket, yes, they can get one. And all it does is just cover the fire. It's like a
Yes.
blanket. It works. There's a
Yes.
physical blanket. So what it does is cover the fire. Just
Mhm.
for
Yes. Yes.
the
Probably we
blanket.
should get, yes, still find out where they are sold, because I think so many people might not have a fire
We can
extinguisher.
check on that with the Jamaica
Yes.
Fire Safety.
The other,
Yes.
can I ask
Yeah.
another
And
question?
Yes.
So we've got a fire blanket. My challenge is it's actually the fire extinguisher needs to be serviced every so often.
They will come and service it as well. The fire,
Oh.
Jamaica Fire Safety, they will come and service, because we just recently got our serviced in the office.
What about in the home?
Yes,
Yeah.
just
Alright.
call them. They will come and
They'll
service
come.
it.
I mean, there's a charge, but they'll come.
Yeah, they will charge, but they'll come.
Kind of charge, but it's actually knowing where because where I've lived, they've had numerous fires, and we've not had much feedback as to the cause or whatever. And I suspect people don't have some of those safety, like a fire extinguisher, fire blanket, or whatever, or where to put them. But yeah, so it's actually, you can contact the fire
Safety, the
Jamaica Fire
Jamaica Fire Safety. It's a company.
Oh, Jamaica
they
Fire.
will- Yes, and they will come and check your extinguisher at a charge, of course.
Yes, yes. And are they in Kingston, or are they Montego Bay, or
I am not sure, but they probably would have on the North Coast, because hotels need to use people like those. So I
okay.
think they would have around the island.
So
Yes.
it's Jamaica Fire Safety
company.
But we will, as a follow-up,
Follow up to this.
we
we
will
find
check
out
on it for you and
and
share
make an
it.
announcement.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Okay.
And the
Anyhow.
next one is Corinne Stewartson. Corinne, go ahead, please.
Before Corinne comes,
Yes.
please.
Yes,
Hello?
go ahead, Mr. Thomas.
As I was saying, it's not only the fire safety that fire safety company mentioned. There are more than one fire safety company.
Oh, okay.
They have to be the pick one.
Mhm.
All right. Safety company, everybody have the different prices that they charge.
Mhm.
But those that will service fire extinguisher and sell them,
Mhm.
there are many companies across Jamaica. So is that we ask that you, when you're buying these equipment, you shop around.
Okay.
It's like a dress or a shoes, ensure that you get the right price.
Okay, because they're in the yellow pages. They would be in the yellow pages.
But what's the right price, though?
The best price.
One you can afford.
The one you can afford.
I mean, that's like a lottery, because
All right? And
Yes.
take it in the best for your money.
probably that kind of.
And then,
Corinne was next. Go ahead, Corinne.
Okay, so my question is, and thank you very much for this webinar. My question is, when you call the fire station, how do they know exactly where you are? And let me tell you why. There are so many roads in Kingston that have the same name. And I remember some years ago, someone I know, their business was burnt because guess what? They told them the name of the road, but the fire department went to the wrong one, because you have so many roads, like you have how many South Avenues, how many Central Avenues. How does the fire department know? And they might very well be in the same jurisdiction. So how do you help them to find you when you call?
all right. Good question. All right. What the fire brigade asks of people who's calling the fire brigade, we ask that for you, although there's an emergency and you need to assist us. We only can assist you if you give us the correct address. So we ask for landmark. Tell us the Central Avenue of Constant Spring Road, our Central Avenue of Oak Road, our Central Avenue to the KFC, our Central Avenue to the
There are two off Constant Spring Road. Can I tell you?
Yeah, no,
There are two central, and I know because I've lived on both of them.
so you tell us inside school. I tell us the one beside.
Teens or
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a clear understanding of whatever. However, though, the fire brigade in the future, what we're developing now is that we are developing a radio and communication system with a better position to assist us in terms of locating
The
fire.
GPS, yes.
okay.
Yes. GPS will allow us to where the call is coming from, an area. So we know that this call is coming from Constantine Road. So we have an idea that the call is coming from that way. So we respond better in the future.
So that will work. That will work with mobile devices because that's what most people have these days, mobile devices. So will you be able to pick it up from that?
Yes.
Working with this company out of Japan. So the JICA program. So that's a program that fire brigade is embarking on now to assist person when there's an emergency.
Thank you for that.
Okay. The next hand I see is Marjorie Campbell. Marjorie.
Yes, my question. If a hydrant in your ear are not working, who do you report it to?
Us, the fire brigade, us. Jamaica Fire Brigade. Fire brigade maintenance and check fire hydrant. If they're not working, if it's all right. If it's on the main road, the fire brigade is responsible to fix it. If it's in a private community, a gated community, the fire brigade will come here and they will look and they will inform whoever that they need to do this, they need to purchase that, the person that the fire brigade can fix it for you. But the fire brigade will not be spending. That's what the government. That all right?
So you said if it's a gated community, the gated community is responsible for it. But if it's on the road, the government is responsible for it. So so fire brigade will write to fire brigade and they'll come to fix it?
Yes. I will come and look at it for you to ensure that it's working correctly. And if it's leaking, if there's water leaking from the hydrant, you're going to need some parts. If that is taking place, we will come and it's on the road, we'll assist you with that. With a private residential complex, you'd have to do that yourself.
Okay.
All right?
And if I'm in the Red Hills area, I'd write to the fire station at Halfway Tree.
If you write to Halfway Tree, we'll come to the fire prevention, but the team we are the one where the hydrant is based. All right, so if it is in Halfway Tree, it will still reach to the hydrant maintenance department.
Okay.
If you drop it off there, email it. Once email to the fire brigade, they will get it and they will action it.
What is the email address?
All right, my email, I get my email. All right, my email, official Jamaica Fire Brigade email is FP, which stands for Fire Prevention.
FP.
ASA, which stands for Kingston and St. Andrew.
FP, and then what? KSA. KSA.
JSB.
JB. JFB. At.
And let me start.
Yes, start again.
Yes, start again.
All right. SP for Fire Prevention.
Yes.
JFB. .gov.jm.
.gov.jm. So that is the website.
No, man.
FP, prevention. KSA at JFB.
Oh, he said dot, but it's at.
At.
Okay.
At JFB.
Right. So FP, KSA, JFB at gov.jm.
FP.
Yeah.
KSA.
No, the at comes before the at.
At FB.
It's at JFB.
Look on the chat. It's on the chat.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, but I got it now.
Yes,
FPKSA at jfb.gov.jm.
Gotcha. All right.
All right.
The one that you normally email me onto, I will get that one to. It's fire prevention. Email that. extinguisher. You have to
Fire
remember.
prevention, KSA@gmail.com. That's where I get.
Right, okay.
Okay.
One.
At gmail.com. Okay,
All right. We will
great.
share this with the wider.
We'll also share this with the wider group. Yes.
All right.
Okay, I
Okay.
think Susan Davis has had her hand up for a long time. Susan?
Yes, thank you. I have a question about fire extinguishers. I purchased one and noticed that it had something on it that said dry powder. And I was surprised because I had seen others that had foam. So is there an advantage when you're buying? Should you look for a particular material?
All right. Dry powder, good for extinguisher burn. What that does is good to work on almost all class of fire. Because fire comes in class for extinction purposes.
Yes.
Because you can put water on or put foam on. But the dry chemical powder is very good to have, all right, to use. But the most ideal one for your home would be a carbon dioxide fire extinguisher.
Carbon dioxide. Okay.
Carbon dioxide?
Carbon dioxide, I believe it's a CO2.
Okay.
CO2.
Because fire extinguisher, it can be used over and over until it's finished. While the chemical powder, other fire extinguisher, once you use it, you have to have it recharged.
Ah, okay.
And
Right.
the carbon dioxide ideal to use in the cooking area or where the electrical appliances are.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
All
and
right, thank you.
it's more cost effective as well. Right.
More, yes, and it's a bit more expensive than dry chemical powder, yes. But in the long run, it's like a penny wise and pound foolish.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
While it's still a spray can over and over until it's finished.
Right.
Okay.
I just wanted to mention an incident that happened at my home. And we came into the house and we were smelling gas.
Yes.
And at first we thought it was, when they do the fogging for the mosquitoes.
Yes.
But then when I went in the kitchen, it got stronger. It turned out that the helper was cleaning down the stove. And when she wiped the knob, she turned it on accidentally.
All right. Okay.
And if we were smokers, for example, and lit a cigarette in there, we would have been blown away. So again, I think we need to be aware of smells. Make
Yes.
sure if you smell anything, check. Yes.
Check. If you smell it, check.
Yes.
You understand? You have to close it, but check just the same. So we're saying that if you get home and you smell LP gas leaking, we have to ventilate the area before.
Yes, that's the first thing I did. Yes.
Turn on the light. Once you smell it, we have to open doors and windows and try to ventilate it. All right, you don't want to turn on the lights because the vapor, the gas is vapor. I wanted that spark taken in the place at all. A fire can start.
That's what I heard, that if you switch on the light, it could catch the light. Wow.
Many people don't know that every time you flick that light switch, there's a spark, that spark takes place in the switch. So once there's any presence of LP gas around, that a fire can start.
Okay, noted. What about lightning? Is there any procedure when there's a lot of lightning?
Lightning, we know it's unpredictable and we don't know we can do much about it. But some organizations though, some companies, what they do, they install something known as a lightning arrestor.
A lightning rod, yes.
Rod, all right? You that trap the lightning and earth, it bring it to ground. Normally, ice point of the building, that's where it normally is.
You ground it, yes, yes. Okay. Any other questions in the chat?
Somebody asked about fire hydrants in the Spanish Town community. They're not seeing any. Who do we talk to about fire hydrants?
Email and ask us to check. We check your area to ensure that if it's working or if there's none there, where the closest one to you is. The email will get just the same to the person in charge of the hydrant maintenance program.
Okay.
Okay, so any parish at all Because we have members all over Jamaica. They can just send the complaint or the request.
Yeah, once come to us in Central, we'll disseminate it just across.
Okay. One other question, please. Care homes. You know, there are a lot of people in care homes who cannot move around and all of that. Does the fire brigade have a special program for nursing homes?
Yes, man, we have a special program because we're going to nursing home and do a lot of fire safety presentation and also practice emergency drills with them, with a fire drill or earthquake drill with them,
Yes.
to ensure that person know what to do and move people quickly enough. Whether if person have difficulty walking, you have the right amount of chairs that person to assist people, wheelchair or to lift person. So all of those are practice, and we also assist with that also, practicing of these emergency drills. So we have a program for the nursing home and home for the elderly person.
So if we have a relative at a nursing home and we are concerned about the conditions, can we call the fire brigade and ask you if you could do an inspection?
Of course, we can go and look up for you. We'll look at it for you and we'll be tactful into it. We won't call your name and say that Mary Jane inspection. We won't do that. We'll just, if as a matter of fact, we might even have a file on the place. Because most buildings in Kingston and St. John, across Jamaica, the fire brigade doesn't have a written hard copy file on the building. So if we make sure that we check the file or we do the inspection. But the fire brigade allows us to do the inspection.
Okay.
Very good.
And can somebody ask for a home inspection?
Yes, we do. It's not often or it's not mandatory for us to inspect your private home.
Yeah.
But if you ask, we will come and assist the justice for you.
Ah, that's good to know. That's good to know. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I think I see Eileen's hand up. Eileen?
Eileen Powell? Go ahead,
Eileen? Unmute Eileen. Eileen, are you hearing me? Unmute. I don't think Eileen is hearing me. Okay. Any questions in the chat?
Hello.
Oh, yes, Eileen, go ahead. Yes.
Yes, someone had asked earlier about the difference between an electric stove and a gas stove. Which one is more, I suppose, susceptible, or which one is safer?
With the youth, most apartments have electric stoves because it's readily easy, more accommodable. And so apartments and the people space normally recommend electric stove to be used. You understand? So I don't want to say electric stove is more safer because both produce heat.
Yes.
Can start a fire.
Yeah. Okay.
That electric stove in an apartment where the people might be, it's better to be used. All right.
Okay.
As height into the house or wherever, or the building or wherever, and the cylinder might be present also. And the cylinder is already packed with the gas, standard gas that can start a fire. Well, yes, the heat source, but yes, it might be a bit safer to be used.
Thank you.
Yes. I see a question here from Michelle Nita. Michelle, go ahead, please.
Thank you. I actually posted the questions. I was hoping someone would read it. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, so when I was applying for a bed and breakfast license through TPDCO, one of the requirements was that I asked the fire department to come in and assess. They were a very good team and everything was fine, and they advised that I should anchor my 100-pound cylinders to the wall. Now, I thought that was very good advice, but I asked why, and they said in case of an earthquake, you don't want your cylinders to be topped over and gas escape.
Yes.
Now, I do that now, but I am saying, why isn't the fire department involved with the gas companies to advise that all persons using gas stoves
Cylinders, yes.
should have their cylinders anchored to the wall or chained to the wall? Why is that not something that we protect all our citizens?
Yeah. Or the LPG people should be telling their customers that. Yes, good point.
Provided
Everett had their hand
they are weak
Yes.
and they because the fire advise that but it is not a mandatory thing that they have to do it, but we always advise them. So you can tell the clients that 60 cylinders.
Yes, thank you.
They know, they know. So
Okay,
you can advise.
sorry.
Everett's hand is up.
All right, Everett, please go
Yeah,
ahead.
thank you. In regard to the cylinder, that's just the opposite of what happened when we were to have a hurricane. I'd ordered gas, and when the delivery man came, the cylinder, we had put them to lie down, and he asked why. And we said, because we're fearing, I won't say it was the bad one there. But he said, no, it's better to keep them upright as we usually do. So I don't know which is.
They're upright and anchored to the wall.
No, not anchored. He said, I don't know what he said to think, but yeah, well, maybe the anchor to wall is the difference. But he did offer an explanation why he should just keep them as they were. That is just on the pigtail, is that it? You just have it just like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's another something I'd like to bring to your attention.
Yeah.
I don't remember hearing you say it. It's the care to be taken when you use aerosol. I have a friend who got badly burned that sprayed the place and lit a matches. And his hair and his face got scars, and all of that.
Remember, this at times are flammable. Whatever from it, whatever if it's years or what it is at times from it's one that used to insect. It's also flammable.
Yes.
And once when there's in close contact, I ignite once present, a fire can start. So we advise that you be careful. If you're using those things, then you make flame or the flame. So you might have your light limitation.
Caroline, you need to mute. You need to mute. It's interfering with what Mr. Thomas is saying.
Right.
Yeah. As I was, you don't want to have your stove in the kitchen light lit, and you see an insect, for instance, then, as you know, Jamaica roach. It comes down to her. You see a roach, I was going to spray the roach. And the fire is there, it can start, it can lead to a fire, big fire can happen. An uncontrolled fire can take place. So we want to be mindful of that to ensure that if you're using those aerosols, there's no naked flame or heated light about the place.
And it is written on the container, and so we need to
open flame.
We need to, do not use near open flame. I usually see that with a little fire thing on it. We just need
That's true, but how many of us pay attention, and that is why we were so surprised, and that is why I mentioned it.
Yes, thank you for that's a good reminder. Yes. I see Dell with her hand up. Dell? Unmute Dell.
Hello. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
I'm seeing Caroline, but it's Dell who.
Family, great afternoon. Okay. I just want one in kindly, and this happened to me. So I use a match, And usually I would run the matchstick under my kitchen sink to ensure that the stick is completely out of heat or flame.
Yes.
And did you know, smart as I thought I am, that particular night I did not run it under the heat. And did you know the heat from the matchstick almost caused a fire in my kitchen with a plastic. So I just want us to remind us to always wet that matchstick before we dispose of it. And another thing for you answer, for persons who have physically challenged persons in their homes or giving care to physically challenged, for example, the deaf. Do you have little signs, little cards that can be strategically placed in your home? You know, so that if there's a fire, whether they know sign language or not, they can create some little excitement and they can go to the signs and understand what to do, how to do in the first instance. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for that. Is Del ready to talk now? Del? So the hand is still up.
Me, I'm Del. I'm taking.
Oh, okay, all right. And there is no Jackie. Jackie?
Yes, I'm taking.
I see a Jackie that was up a while ago.
Jackie Small, yes, we're not hearing you, Jackie. Hearing me.
Okay.
Yes, here she is.
You wanted to ask a question, Jackie? Or she just probably made a sound. Okay. All right. Do we have any other questions before we release this?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Another comment, not a question.
Yes, Irene.
The fire brigade communication, he used to come on television, and so I can't recall his name at the moment. He also warned us about the mosquito, the swatter.
Yes.
Said they had a fire where it hit some curtain or the other. So we are to be careful. And we are in the mosquito season right now.
Yes, the one that buzzes like, yes, the zapper, right.
Yeah.
We have to be careful with that. Yes.
You repeated something about just before this discussion started, and I didn't catch it. Some reminder, some probably you.
Well, I have some notes here. One of them was to make sure you know where the key is always. You need to have your smoke alarm not only in the kitchen, but in the bedroom and in the passage. And that you should get out and stay out. And that if you're going to cook, have all your ingredients so you don't get distracted.
Leaving it to go.
Right. And if you are on medication that makes you get drowsy, you should not be in the kitchen. Don't cook. Keep away from anything to do with fire causing. So that is what I have in my notes. I hope I have good notes, Mr. Thomas.
Ensure that all the gas knobs are turned off.
Make sure. Listen, this is something I check every day now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the matchsticks are out, or wet and out.
Wet the matchsticks. Yes. Thank you.
And before and for Sir Howard, kindly, I was asking, what if you were to produce like a deck of cards, you know, the reminders with pictures, you know, the do's and don'ts. Produce this idea into a deck of cards so the physically challenged can have it and memorize, the hearing impaired, that kind of thing. That would be nice to know. Can even make a game out of it at times.
Idea very well. We'll run with that.
Yes, man.
That's a good suggestion.
Yes, man.
Yes, yeah.
That's how to teach a nation. Use this valid information to turn them into games, decks into cards.
I see a question here about having grilling upstairs. Let me see what it says in the chat. The question is,
say something about grills upstairs.
Please say something about grills upstairs that prevent your exiting if there is a fire downstairs.
All right. Grills are to secure a person, but ensure that you're not locking yourself in a situation that you cannot get out of the emergency. You have to keep for your grills again in close proximity to where you are, and you use them to get out. If you want to grill, I love to tell person, if you live in a one-room house, and the grill, the doors and the windows, ensure that one of your windows are put at place at inches. They can get out and use it as an alternative way of getting out.
That's very good advice. So if you're upstairs, you should be able to get out.
If you're upstairs, ensure that the way to get down are always clear, and you have more than one way to get down.
Okay.
Somebody's asking to repeat information to contact if hydrants are.
Okay, the information, they want us to repeat the email address.
Oh.
firepreventionksa@gmail.com or fpksa@jfb.gov.jm.
That's about hydrants.
Right. To report, to ask for hydrants to be checked.
Inspections, fire drills, hydrants maintenance, send email to those email and we assist you. We pass on to the relevant person to make the necessary contact, but at least you have a start from there.
Yes, we are grateful for that. We are.
All right.
Okay, we know we need to wind up now. So I want to again thank you, Mr. Thomas, for this very, very informative and comprehensive presentation. You were so close to the subject that we didn't really need any slides.
Exactly. He was fluent with it.
So fluent. And we really appreciate that we have people like you who we can call and who we can get help from, because we're at that age now where we're more vulnerable and we do need all the assistance. So we thank you, and please pass on our thanks to the Jamaica Fire Brigade.
Thanks for having me. And I'm not a stranger, I'm always here.
All right.
Oh, that's good to know.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you.
Yes, and have a good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I see some applause there. Wonderful.
Thank you too.
Yes,
All
you're
right.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. When is the next one now?
The next one will be on the 30th
With the?
of April with the police.
Okay, so the Jamaica Constabulary Force, 2:30 p.m. on the 30th of April. So please make sure that you save that date as well. And we, of course, will be reminding you and sending out the Zoom link. And we have recorded this session and we will put it on our YouTube channel. And those of you who missed the ODPEM, it is being put on our YouTube channel. Just go to CCRP Jamaica. As we speak, it's going on the channel. Okay? So thank you and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
Bye now.
Yes, thank you.
You're
Very
welcome.
well.
All right.